In this video, I'm going to reveal what free tool you can use to build your own online course platform, exactly how to build it, and no, you don't need to know any code, and we'll go through it step by step. You'll know by the length of this video roughly how long it should take you. If you want to skip building it yourself, I'll leave a link where you can buy the template which I've already made, and I'll leave a link to that in the description. But first, you need to know why you want to even bother building your own online course platform. So this is going to be useful to you if you're just starting out and you don't want to pay, or you don't have the funds to invest in a monthly fee for one of the platforms out there. So to give you an example of what these platforms cost at the moment, or at the time of recording this video, Teachable is roughly $39 a month for their basic plan. Thinkific is roughly $42 a month. And Kajabi, for their most basic plan, is $149 a month. Now, these platforms are great if you're planning to sell a high-ticket course that's costing a bit more money, and you know that people are going to buy that course. I think it's worth investing in a decent course platform at that point in time, because people are spending a lot of their money, and so they expect high-quality service and things that operate kind of smoothly. And in that case, it's going to be worth investing that money. But if you're just starting out and you've not tested out your course ideas yet, I really don't think you should be spending a lot of money to create that course or host that course. The other reason you might want to create your own course platform is if you're wanting to sell a course on a marketplace on something like Etsy. This is because the way that I'm going to show you to set this up means that you're just providing a link rather than needing to set up a username and password, which lends itself perfectly to the way that you would deliver a product on Etsy. So I'll leave a link to exactly how you deliver a product on Etsy up in the card here, so you can check that out after you've watched this video. So this is great if you're wanting to test the market and you're just selling a low-cost kind of course, or if you're looking to sell a course on a marketplace like Etsy or something. So what tool do you need to do this? If you've seen the thumbnail to this video, it's probably no surprise that I tell you that we're going to be using Notion to build this course platform. And again, if you don't want to build it yourself, you can grab the link in the description to buy the template instead. If you do want to build it yourself, let's first start off by taking a tour of exactly what we're building, and we're actually going to look at two different layout options and build them both. We're going to look at a simple course layout and then also a modular course layout. So let's firstly take a tour of the simple course template. Okay, so this is laid out with 3 columns, so you can basically just add videos in a chronological order. So this is where you would upload your videos. I'll just show you. So you click the 3 dots, you click replace, you paste in your video link and click embed video. This is just one of my YouTube videos, and I'm just going to upload that a few times so you can see what it looks like. I'm just going to put the same video in several times just for speed. Click replace and paste. So it would be laid out like this. You'd change out the lesson names and embed your videos, and then you can add any lesson text in here, add any images or any files like PDFs that are part of the course material. And these are toggles, so you can close them so that it's just a video layout, and then people can open those up when they're viewing their course. So we're going to build this one first, and I've got just 3 rows of these videos, but you can easily copy Command C and Command V, and I have another set there. It has all the bits and pieces in the toggle. So you can make it as big or as small as you like and edit it to suit yourself. But as I say, we're going to go into how you build this in a moment. So first, let's build up the simple course layout. Okay, so we're going to build the simple course setup first. So I'm starting with a blank page, which is what you'll have, and I'm going to give it a name first. So I'm just going to call this simple course demo. I'm going to go up to the 3 dots in the top right corner, and I'm going to click that. I'm going to click full width, because it just makes it easier to work with. Okay. So the first thing I want to do, I'm going to leave space for, I'm going to hit enter. So I've got a bit of space if I want to add some welcome text at the top before I create the rest of the course. And I'm going to click / and start typing columns, and I get some column options, and I'm going to select 3 columns. And this will give me 3 columns. And then I'm going to call this lesson name. And I'm going to turn this into heading text. by selecting it, clicking text, and changing that text to heading 3. Then I'm going to give it a background color as well, just to keep this looking neat. Whilst I'm working, I'm just going to give it a grey background. Okay. Next up, I'm going to add video. So / and start typing video. And you get video. And that's gone full column. If that happens, I just want to click and drag it under lesson name. And you can see by the length of that blue line that's showing if it's going to be full width or just the one column. So I want to drag it under there. Next up, I want a toggle. So I, again, click / and start typing toggle. And I select toggle list. And then I call this additional course info. And I don't think I can make this into a header, but I can make the text bold. So if I click the toggle on so it's showing down so that the information I'm putting next is within that toggle, I can then select text, or I'll just put transcript goes here to turn this into a template. And then next, I can add space for an image. So I just type / image. And again, that's gone full width. So we'll just click and drag it under here. I think both of these are not in my toggle. So, or my toggle's not. Here we go. My toggle wasn't within the column. So I've got image, and then I can also add file if I wish, for any files that people might need to download. So that gives a kind of basic setup of one lesson. Then what I can do is I can select all of this. Oops. If I close the toggle, it'll make it easier. And I just click and drag those 3 things. I press Command C on Mac. Whatever copy is on your shortcut is on your computer, do the same. And then Command V to paste. And then I do the same again here, Command V. And so I've got my lessons. And I actually just realized sometimes lesson names can be quite long. So I'm going to create an extra row just so that if lessons names span onto 2 rows, everything's still nicely aligned. And then under this, I'm going to click / and I'm going to type divider. And this just means that on mobile, the lessons will be in the correct order. It will be lesson going along the column of 3 and then onto the next column of 3. By adding that divider, it means that you won't go down the columns first. So then I can just select all of this and I can select Command C, scroll down, Command V, and I can press Command V again, and I have my basic course setup. That took 5 minutes, really quick and really easy. And that's it. And then what you can do is go into it and actually enter your course information and add your videos and set up your course. And you can make it as big or as small as you wish. Okay, and next up, let's build the modular course layout. So this is just a quick tour of the modular course layout. This is based on how a lot of course platforms look. I'm thinking of all the big ones tend to have this layout where you have all your modules down the side, and then you can see if you click on the toggle, all the lessons within that module. Now I've just got this laid out with lesson 1, module 1. Obviously you can change these out to what lesson names are. And how this works is you can add a welcome video in here. So I'll just do the same again. I'll hit replace. So paste in your video link. And you can add a welcome video on this front page. And then when you want to open a lesson, you just click the open button here and it slides in from the side. Okay, so you can click the 3 dots here to add your videos. So I'm just going to click replace and add in my video link. Click embed video. And then you can see when you open your lesson, the video shows here. We've got toggles here to add in a transcript, and you can also add images. And we've got a toggle to add files for download as well. And then you can also add any other text here. This is a heading. So you can just add regular text underneath with any other information. And In Notion, you can also, if you select, add links if you're wanting to link to external resources or anything as well. So that's how easy it is to use the template, and now we'll get into building this version. Okay, so we've got a blank page again, and we're going to start doing the same thing. So I'm going to give the page a name. So I'm going to call this Modular Course Demo. And I'm going to click the 3 dots in the corner, and I'm going to make this width as well. Okay, so this one's a little bit more tricky than the last one, but if you know how to use Notion, it's not too bad. Again, I'm going to leave a space, and then I'm going to click / and I want to create a database, and I want to select inline database. Now, I don't actually need much in this database, so I'm going to delete this property. I just want name. I'll give the table a name for now. I'll just call it course. And I'm going to add another line just by clicking enter up here. I'm going to click / and I'm going to click column. I want 2 columns. So I'm going to move my inline database into this first column. And then I'm going to hover towards the middle of the screen where I can see where that column ends. And I'm going to click and drag because I don't want it to take up that much space. I want this to be about 1/3 of the page. So now I can see my database here. And I'm going to play around with the layout here by clicking the 3 dots. And I want to select layout. And I want to toggle off show vertical lines just to make it a bit neater because I just want a row. The next thing I'm going to do is I want to toggle on sub-items. So this is sub-items, and I want to turn that on. Okay, so now I have this toggle here. So I'm going to click on that toggle. I'm going to call this module 1. And then I'm going to create a sub-item, and I'm going to call that lesson 1, module 1. Click enter. Okay. So now I have a lesson within the module. So if I close that toggle, you can't see that lesson. I can do the same thing here. I can write module 2. I can toggle, and I can write lesson 1, module 2. And you can actually create lessons within lessons, but I think that's a bit complicated for users because users are just used to having modules and lessons. Okay, so once you've set up a bit of a structure, before you do anything else, you want to create a template for this database. So you do that by clicking this hovering over this blue button and clicking the arrow, and you click new template. And we're going to call this lesson template. And then we're going to, down here, the elements that we want in our lessons. So we'll start with a video. So I click / video. I will leave that blank for now. And then we'll click / toggle. I'll put additional course info. And we'll capitalize that and make it bold so it looks more like a title. Again, remember, we can't make toggles into titles, so to make it look a bit more like a title, we can just make it bold. And then within that, we can write text for your course. Actually, let's call this transcript. Make that bold again. Do it slightly differently. So you can lay this out however you like. So I've got transcript, text for your course. Then we can add any images, / image, that, and then you'll be able to upload an image, and then we can add any files, / file. And you can make this look however you want it to look. And then what I would then do is, this is opening in a center view, which means it comes up as a pop-up in the middle of your screen. Now to make this more like a course platform, what I want to do is click off that. I want to go back here, If I click the three dots at the top of my database here, I go to, if I click the three dots in the top here and go to Layout and scroll down, I can see Open Pages in Side Peek, which means when I click here and click Open, my lesson opens in Side Peek, which makes it look more like a course. And I can even make this bigger so that it takes up most of the screen. That's as big as I can make it. And then to add the lesson, so I created that lesson template, but it's not showing in this lesson 1, module 1. So I click this lesson template button down here. And that brings up the template automatically for me to add in my video, to add in any images, to paste in my transcript. And it means when people are using the course, they can just, if I do the same on this one, click lesson template. It then means that when people open the page, they automatically see all the course content for that lesson. So it's really easy to set up. What you can also do is in the second column is you can write, welcome to my course, a bit of intro text, and then you can add in / video, a welcome video. So then that's always here on this welcome page, but when you open the lessons in Side Peek, it covers up the welcome video. I'm just going to play about with these. And you can play about with the width if your welcome video is overlapping with your modules. There we go. And then people can skip about between modules just by clicking on them, and they can see them the whole time that they're watching the module they're in. So it looks just like a course platform, but you have total control over everything. And when you want to share your course, you would go to the main page of your course, you'd click share, you'd click publish. We'll click publish here. And so I can't get to the toggle because it's behind my recording buttons. But what you would do is you would toggle off allow duplicate as a template, and you would toggle on allow commenting if you want people to be able to comment on the lessons. And they'll actually just show you that just now. So if I open this module, you'll see this add comment section here. So people will be able to add comments there. Now you may or may not want to have this turned on because it just expands. It doesn't become like one of those windows where you can scroll up and down. So it might take away space from your video and you can't move it to a different position. So it's up to you if you want to have those comments tagged on it or off. But if you want to control them, again, go up to these 3 dots in the corner and you can go to customize page. So top level page discussions is on expanded, but you can turn that off if you want to. So that's up to you how you want to have that working. So again, if you've watched this and you're a little bit nervous about building it yourself, you can just grab the template. I'll leave a link in the description. It's way cheaper than signing up for a course platform, and you don't have the monthly fees, and you can use the template to create as many courses as you like to test out all of your ideas. And if you want a simple way to sell your course, then I recommend that you watch this video next.